Hey y'all, I am going to be going over art that I made in my senior year of high school AP art class and just basically showing off what I did. I remember making this. Was for a poster that I did. It was fine. A lot of what I did in that class included collaging letters together, like with this piece. I hated this one. Hated it. It was literally the last thing I did. I thought, okay, I'm done. I don't even remember writing this. I just hated it. This one I really liked. I had it in my mind for a while. You can see it's missing. Here, let me move it like this. You can see it's missing quite a bit of the letters. Don't bother reading it because, yeah. I really liked it though. This was one of my favorites that I did. I loved the pose that I did. A lot of it, I don't know if you can tell, but like it's very cut and paste. If we flip it over, you can't tell. But I had to cut out these figures. Cutting out this gold foil, I remember, took forever. This was one I just did for fun. It was the last little bit. I like it. It's fine. It was mostly just a fun exercise. So yeah, still just a fun exercise. My concentration in that class was largely oil pastels. So this was a picture I had taken of myself after I got bloody nose. It doesn't really look like me, but it was a practice. So this was one of the concepts I did for the piece I just showed. Not just showed, but showed a little bit ago. It's fine. It's whatever. It was a practice. It was concept work. I never finished this one. I also do not like it at all. I liked the concept a lot more. That works a lot better, I think. It's a lot looser. Yeah. Random sketches, My Little Pony, why not? Random print stuff. This was like with a gel thing, and you would like cut out paper and stick it on top, put it in paint, slap it on the paper. Again, one of those gel things. I had a lot of fun with this. You can tell some of it is literally just the paper on top of it. But yeah. Blue hair pronouns. When I was working on, again, the one with the other gold film. Oh, this led up to one of my neutral pieces that I was neutral about. I'll put a photo of it because I don't have it anymore. I gave it to a friend, but that was part of it. Oh, here is it's Sharpie, I believe, for the first thing I showed. Let's see here. Yeah, we were doing Beauty and the Beast, and yeah, so the poster ended up having like this book and this rose, and then these are meant to be teeth. Not many people picked up on the fact that there were teeth back there. Artwork of one of my characters. This is not what she looks like anymore, but you know what she looked like then. Oh, I remember being so proud of this one. Looking at it now, I'm just kind of like, yeah, that's fine. Like, it works. But, right. Oh, I liked this one when I drew it. I don't remember what the concept was, but I really liked drawing it. I still like it. I think it definitely could be better. I think it's a cool concept. I don't know who these characters are, but you know, that's cool. Oh, sketches for, once again, the mirror piece. Okay, I remember doing this now. So I had these, and then I was like, oh, they're too small. I think I sketched this first, and I was like, okay, good posing. I like it. These were whatever. So yeah, those were my two drawings of myself. And then what I did here is I took the original sketch and I printed it out, and I was like sketching it in. You can see what my thought process was here, kind of. Not a lot of this went into the final, obviously, but it worked. I like the final product. Glue on paper, watercolor over it. I don't know. I liked these. I probably grabbed them off Pinterest. That's what I can assume. We're getting towards the beginning of this class when I first started, so a lot of it is like practice work and not quite perfect. Obviously none of it's perfect, but like a lot of it was practice. A little self-portrait I did. Yeah, I guess it's cute. I don't remember looking like that. I think I had a shirt like this. Low-key giving Charlie Brown, but I like this one still. It's very basic in the sense that like anybody could create this, but I like it. I think it's fun. This one I loved. Again, it was one of those like squish block things. I don't know what they're called. When you put the paint on it and the paper on it and then you slap it down. I love this. There's like a nice texture to it. Let's bring it up nice and close. I loved this. Again, one of those blocks. I liked this too. Yeah, not much to say about this one honestly, but it's fun. I had a lot of fun with that. I think I'm gonna keep doing that in the future if I can. This is when I was working on my brick. At my school, we are allowed to do like bricks on the walls, like we can paint them. And I had a lot of fun planning mine. Painting it, pain in the ass. Did not enjoy. I didn't end up doing what I wanted. I would like to redo it, but like I can't go back and redo it anymore. So it is there forever. Not my best work. Random doodles, I guess. A lot of what I did in this class, honestly, was drawing with my friends. Yeah. So, yep. Oh wait, I remember now. Bart Simpson. Bart Simpson. There's this form that we had in the classroom and it was supposed to be Homer. Was not Homer. I never worked on this one. Actually, no, that's a lie. I never worked on this one in high school. This ended up being a project that I did in my first year of college, more so. Yeah, so this one, again, I didn't work on it in high school. I also was thinking about my senior photo at this point in the year. I'm really into reading. I really like literature, so literature. I read fan fiction and fantasy and bullshit. Oh, here's the initial sketch, I believe. Like the very first sketch. I'm a big fan of this. Still am. I like the pinks. I like the blues. It says purple. I don't know why it says purple, but yeah. Again, I had another printed out one. And then this one I also really like. It felt a lot more ominous. This piece took me so long to work through because I just had so much I wanted to do with it. I had no clue. So, but let me pull up the final again so that way you guys can see it. Again, like I said, a lot of the letters have flaked off, so you can't really read it. Let me read it out loud. Looking forward in password to endless versions, there's supposed to be an NS there, of myself. Each stare back. I am not yet 20 years, yet I have never felt closer to 10. That's what it's supposed to say. I don't know where the letters went. I'm not gonna lie. Looking at the sketches I had, like especially this one, I do wish I had like these dark mirrors in the back. The gold is interesting, but if I were to redo it, I don't think I would use the gold. I would use this color palette though, because I had red hair at the time. I didn't have red hair as a kid, but I did wear like headbands and pink shirts, and I had these purple jean things. Honestly, if I were to redo this, I'd probably put myself here now. And then I have my sketchbook here, but there's not much in here that I want to look at, honestly. Let me pull up my favorite pages. This was we were working with these like watercolor markers. My art teacher, love her. Love her as a person. As a teacher, no. We kept asking her for help. It was an AP art class. And she didn't know what she was doing. I didn't know what we were doing. We had no clue. Here's more stuff. I don't really know what's going on here. I remember drawing her. She was meant to be like Gyaru. I ended up doing this. I don't know where it is, but I love this piece. And I would like to find it if I could. Oh, I liked these. We're gonna flip that page over because it was personal stuff. Loved this. I was a big fan of how I drew this. Again, books. Always books. You can't really tell what's going on there. I can, because obviously I was the one who drew it. A lot of what I did was not stuff I was proud of. I was very meh about the majority of things. But these are sketches for this one piece I did called The Astronaut in the Hair. Love that piece. That is one of my favorite pieces I think I've done, period. I got it into a couple different art shows. I don't have the primary sketch for it, but when I was working on it, love it. I'll have to include a picture of it here. There's the astronaut. I don't know how I drew this. I remember looking at a lot of astronauts online and like really working with it. Obviously that's the main one. These are like whatever. I had a lot of concepts. Not a lot were executed. Again, bringing it back to this. I have this awesome purple thing. Purple like overcoat thing. So that's that, obviously. Yeah. Again, just sketching it out, planning it out, blah, blah, blah. So I fully did not mention the grade I got on the AP art thing. I'm really embarrassed about this. I got a 2. I was so confident in my art, but it ended up not being good enough, I guess. Whatever. I honestly don't care. I enjoy my art. Art is fun to me, and I'm not gonna let that grade, like, dictate how I create. Those were my favorite pieces that I've ever made. I want to keep creating pieces like that. Just because the college board said, no, these aren't good enough, I won't listen to them.